Hi, I'm Dr. John Herzog, and one question used to keep me up at night. What are the best home remedies I can use to keep my family healthy and strong when going outside is not the best option? So much so that a few years ago I started on a journey to create something that had never been done before. A comprehensive doctor's book of survival home remedies filled with scientifically proven ways to keep us strong and healthy in difficult times. This information is very important now in this time of uncertainty, when the healthcare system can be at any moment stressed to its limit. I should know, I'm an orthopedic and trauma surgeon. I gravitated to this profession walking in the footsteps of my grandfather, father, and uncle. But Dad influenced me the most. He was kind of a cross between James Bond and a cowboy. A medical pioneer who performed the first total hip and total knee replacement in the state of Michigan. My focus is to keep people out of the emergency room. If there's one thing I've learned after 3 decades in medicine, it's that caring for folk isn't easy. Putting in new joints and hips has a very distinct protocol. Putting a kid's foot back together after a lawnmower accident takes the art of medicine. Then, you've got to understand not only the physical problems, but the psychological issues dealing with grief, guilt, and ongoing medical problems. I was good at it, but I had doubts. You see, many of the treatments I'd recommended cost way too much. They weren't always effective, with catastrophic side effects, and could even put a patient at risk. But I soldiered on. I trusted my training. How could I not? But trauma is also an amazing teacher, something I understand firsthand. My first encounter came, in fact, when I collided with, of all things, a moose at Moosehead Lake in Maine. I kid you not. At 50 years of age, I sustained a head injury in the collision. I bet you're wondering what happened to the moose. I can't tell you, but I suspect he was better off than me, as he likely recovered in the forest with a healthy diet. Me, on the other hand, I was in critical state. Only a week after the collision, I attempted to go back to work, but fate had other plans for me. Because on my way to surgery, my world turned upside down. I had a major seizure and ended up a patient instead of a doctor. Instead of saving a patient's life, I needed to be saved. This was my light bulb moment, because it was then that my doubts about my profession came to rest. After I was stranded on meds with disturbing side effects, fundamental elements of my health were flat out ignored in place of more expensive, financially ruinous options that, as a doctor, one link in our health system's long chain, I didn't fully appreciate at the time. Robbed of sleep, rushed back and forth from the hospital, stressed, snapping at loved ones, which I hated. My bathroom scale started to buckle, leading to high cholesterol and painful arthritis, chronic ailments our health system neglects. In short, I'd become my own victim, despite my best intentions. I was devastated. What would Gramps and my father have thought? Our Hippocratic oath said, "Do no harm." But was I so innocent? You see, their approach had been remarkably different. Focused on prevention and helping the body do what it was designed to do, heal itself, with as few drugs as possible. They were true doctors, focused on what helped, using old-school, traditional remedies and new, without prejudice. Only back then, not everyone was as prudent as they were. I'm sure you've heard of them, folk remedies that claim to do X but end up causing you harm, like putting butter on a burn, which feels soothing, but is also an infection's paradise. Think about it, our skin is there to protect against bacteria, whereas a burn removes the dermal layer, leaving you exposed. Enough for most to assume many traditional remedies are junk, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. As would I, if it wasn't for a scientific medical breakthrough. On natural remedies, I read at the time and absorbed like a dry sponge, like a starving man at a Thanksgiving buffet, including studies from prestigious medical institutions like Johns Hopkins, Harvard, and the New England Journal of Medicine 123. Studies which, unlike our less diligent forefathers, successfully tested these remedies for their effectiveness and risk. This time, it was different. I was ecstatic. These were inexpensive, low-risk solutions with fewer side effects that could avoid the hospital outright and attack medical problems at their source. That's why soon after, I launched my own study with medical students and moved to a home remedy-based lifestyle. These studies radically changed my diet, my way of treating myself and my patients. In fact, it changed my whole life. I learned from experience, for example, how the best diet converts to the best fuel for the human body and mind. Not only is diet extremely important, but it may be the most underutilized portion of medicine today. I truly believe if we all moved to a correct diet, we would spend 80% less on our health care. Our diet is killing us. With that flash of insight 10 years ago, I knew 3 things for certain. I needed to 1. Get rid of my arthritis. 2. Get back in shape. 3. Get off pharmaceutical medications. I realized, in short, the last thing I wanted to spend my life on was dependent on our health system. So, I turned myself into a guinea pig simply by embracing these alternative remedies and a healthy diet. Got my cholesterol reading back where it should be. I don't have pain in my back or my knees, and I'm fully fighting fit. I'm also happier and more energetic, simply because of a tiny change. I now feel like I'm in my 20s again. I wish everyone could feel this way. That's why I developed the Doctor's Book of Survival Home Remedies. This book is an all-in-one health resource with reliable, scientifically backed remedies for when help can't reach you. This health survival encyclopedia is 478 pages chock full of over 100 scientifically researched natural home remedies that can keep you and your family healthy and safe, even when going outside might be the worst option. It is the best alternative health insurance you could possibly have for when modern medicine goes out the window and survival is on the line. Simple, smart, and easy. I wrote Doctor's Book of Survival Home Remedies as a smart, simple, and easy way for people to stay healthy and strong and to understand all their options while granting access to hundreds of remedies for the majority of health problems we face. This information can help anyone before, during, and after SHTF. It's also easy to read, to understand, and apply for experts and novices alike. Plus, it doesn't matter where someone lives, whether it's the city, suburbs, or out in the sticks. And it doesn't matter how prepared or underprepared someone feels about their survival situation. The Doctor's Book of Survival Home Remedies can be a powerful ally that keeps many of us healthy for as long as possible. What's inside? These are some of the homemade remedies I use to stay healthy and strong when going outside is not an option. Keep your brain happy and sharp with this salad. How it works? This salad has everything your body needs to create new serotonin, a powerful substance known to make you happier, healthier, more vibrant, and reduce inflammation. Your cardiovascular system will be supercharged from all these potent greens, and your microbiome is going to thank you. So why not fortify your body with one today? Fortify your body with this immune-boosting smoothie. How it works? With this smoothie in your body, you'll be able to fight off diseases better. That's because it's packed full of phytonutrients, fibers, and anti-inflammatory substances. Plus, it only takes 5 minutes to prepare and it tastes delicious. Get the Doctor's Book of Survival Home Remedies to find out more. The life-improving abilities of peppermint. How to grow it. Peppermint is notoriously resilient and is even classified as an invasive weed in some parts of the world. It can be grown in most climates and is particularly hardy in the northern United States, which is amazing, as it may be the best thing for clogged sinuses, to soothe a headache, or to boost low energy levels. Peppermint plants also spread quickly via the roots. This makes them an ideal plant to grow in container as a houseplant. Of course, this doesn't rule out the option of adding them to your garden too. Berberine to increase beneficial bacteria in the gut. Found in golden seal, golden thread, philodendron, tree turmeric, and European barberry, berberine can reduce blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. According to recent studies, berberine works to lessen resistance to insulin cells, decrease sugar production in the liver, slows the rate at which the body breaks down carbohydrates, and boosts beneficial bacteria in the gut. It's also thought to help reduce cholesterol and triglyceride levels. Valerian stress-busting action. A review of 18 different studies found that, overall, study participants felt valerian improved their insomnia symptoms without any side effects. Valerian has also been shown to reduce anxiety and depression. This is most likely due to its ability to increase GABA in your brain. Valerian stress-busting action is also associated with improving conditions like insomnia, high blood pressure, muscle cramps, and 20 more ailments you'll find in the book. Chamomile for stress, pressure, and anxiety. Chamomile has been called the brightest star of the medicinal flowers. This easy-to-grow flower is thought to support the treatment of stress, pressure, and anxiety. Read in my book the science behind how it works. To make myself a pain-relieving tea, for example, I start with 50 or so chamomile flowers. Then I add them to 4 to 8 cups of water and let them steep for 15 minutes. This is all it takes. Why black pepper is critical for health. It's been found that black pepper contains piperine 508, which can enhance the absorption of curcumin by a staggering 2,000%. This is great, as curcumin may help prevent heart disease, cancer, and even Alzheimer's. Curcumin is also fat-soluble. That means eating it with fats, such as olive oil or ghee, will help the body absorb it better. Elderberry tea can break a fever. The berries and flowers of the elderberry plant encourage sweating that helps to break a fever. Elderberry is traditionally used to make tea, which should be taken 3 times a day. Yarrow to promote healthy sweating. It's normally used as a tea, taken 3 times a day to promote sweating and help with fever. Brew coffee to boost your polyphenols. Yes, water should be your go-to beverage, but some research suggests drinking 3 or more cups of caffeinated tea or coffee every day may reduce the chance of developing type 2 diabetes. Research also credit antioxidants called polyphenols contained in tea and coffee for potential protection against the disease. Green tea in type 2 diabetes prevention. Green tea contains an antioxidant that has been shown to increase insulin sensitivity in the cells and slow down the rate at which blood sugar is released from the liver into the bloodstream. Stock on spirulina, high in vitamin B, iron, magnesium, potassium. Compared to other foods by weight, spirulina is one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. It's high in protein and contains all essential amino acids. Spirulina is also high in B vitamins, iron, magnesium, potassium, and contains a wide range of other vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. As spirulina is a very simple organism, the proteins and nutrients are easily digested and absorbed. When to take a bay leaf bath. Add some bay leaves while you're pouring a bath and let them soak for at least a few minutes. This can help skin conditions such as eczema, fungal infection, or psoriasis. How to treat infected wounds. Once you will read the chapter on infections, you will see the distinction between several types of infections, and I hope you will take to heart the importance of keeping your immune system strong. That way, it will always be ready to combat harmful bacteria and prevent suffering. If you or a loved one ever have an infected wound, please follow the suggestions I'm giving in my book. Often, when a person starts feeling better, they mistakenly believe an infection has resolved itself. Don't make that mistake. Stay one step ahead and be prepared. But this book has much more to offer. This book has 3 main parts. 1. Conditions. 2. Remedies. And 3. Survival. 1. Conditions. Anyone who's facing any one of these conditions can instantly look it up. I then cover that condition from A to Z. For every condition, there's a selection called Understanding It to make sure misunderstandings are cleared up. Then, I cover possible complications which might come up. Next, there's a section to cover the symptoms as well as possible causes of the condition. Then I wrap up each condition by covering prevention, as well as research-based, science-backed natural remedies. Number 2. Remedies. I tried to include as many remedies as possible with ingredients you can grow in your garden, in a container on your balcony, or find in the wild, just in case going to the store to get them should be avoided. For each plant, you'll discover a brief introduction to understand the science behind each plant. The healing benefit of these remedies is covered in conditions and in remedies. For the ease of cross-referencing, we've also indicated under each plant which conditions it can remedy. For each plant, you'll also learn how to grow it and how to store it. One of the most important parts of each plant-specific chapter is how to turn it into a remedy, giving you step-by-step, easy-to-do instructions and tips on making teas, poultices, infusions, tinctures, extracts, essential oils, inhalations, compress, and many more. Number 3. Survival recommendations. In this section, you'll see how important it is for all these health dots to connect correctly, especially when survival is on the line. When I wrote this book 2 years ago, little did I know the role it would play in overcoming the medical challenges we're facing today. I've also included pictures, illustrations, and photographs for clarity and ease of understanding. There are over 80 figures and illustrations in this 478-page reference book. Plus, there's an A to Z index where you can find precise page references for virtually any topic that you might want to look up. And there's a table of figures and illustrations for quick and easy reference. What happens next? After you click the button, you'll be directed to a 100% secure and encrypted checkout page. I've also partnered with an online platform where they use military-grade encryption, so your information is Fort Knox safe. You'll then fill out a simple form so we know where to send your information. You'll get an email confirmation of your order within 15 minutes and your book will be on its way. Easy email support. Now, even though I made this book as complete as possible, I know there will always be questions that pop up now and again. That's why I'm including 12 months of unlimited email access, where you can ask just about anything related to Doctor's Book of Survival Home Remedies you want. More allies for staying healthy and strong. Oh, and there's one more thing, and this is important. During my years of research, I came across piles of useful information and experimented with a lot of food that had health-boosting properties. They're incredibly helpful to anyone wanting to know their options when the medical system is kaput, or we don't want to abuse it. But it didn't make sense to put them into this book of survival home remedies. That's why I decided to include them, free with my book, as a special bonus report. Bonus report number 1 is called The Doctor's Book of 100 Delicious Healthy Recipes. I've put together a list of 100 delicious recipes to support those with conditions like arthritis, back pain, blood pressure, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, infections, osteoporosis, and many more. For each condition, you'll learn what foods are recommended and what needs to be avoided. You'll discover simple step-by-step instructions to prepare healthy and tasty steaks, soups, salads, smoothies, pastas, risottos, and more. Bonus report number 2, The Doctor's List of Food as Medicine. This list is designed to help eliminate the confusing questions of what should I eat or what food should I not eat. This simple but powerful list is designed to help anyone discover exactly what foods helps promote healing in the body. This is a must for anyone with a passion for living their best independently healthy life. I've also included a whole section dedicated to foods rich in antioxidants. These are foods that naturally detox the cells in our bodies so our organs function as they're designed. Bonus report number 3, The Doctor's Book of Home Triage. Do you know the 7 principles of saving a man's life? If you don't, maybe it wouldn't hurt you to read this. Broken bones, burns, skin infections, back pain, abdominal pain, plus cuts and contusions. What should you do? What shouldn't you do? Every family should have access to competent triage and treatment strategies if an ER is inaccessible. This could be due to a blackout, a natural disaster, or even rural travel, or if someone simply never wants to set foot in one of those germ-filled wards. This book is designed to give any family member the tools they need to successfully triage and treat conditions that typically require an ER visit. It's a true lifesaver. These 3 special reports are free to anyone who completes their order today. Simply click the Add to Cart button below, and I'll make sure they're included with your order 100% free. My doctor's oath. When I became a board-certified doctor and surgeon, I took an oath. I'm taking a similar oath with you here today. It works like this. Simply give my 478 book of survival home remedies a big maybe. Then start checking it out and start applying some of the remedies as needed. Test how it works for you. You need to trust me. After trying this, I've seen people's lives take a dramatic turn for the best. Some see significant results right away, and I hope you'll be one of them. But obviously, results will vary. And I'm no medical medium that talks to creepy voices and cures celebrities, if you know what I mean. Instead, I talk to facts, and I help those who want my help to survive. That's why, if, in the extremely, highly unlikely event my Doctor Book of Survival Home Remedies isn't perfect for you, all you need to do is email my team within 60 days, and you'll get a full refund immediately. That way, you can download the book, leisurely flick through the pages just like in a bookstore, and if you don't like it, we'll credit it straight into your account. No ifs, no buts. It's that safe and easy. 0 questions, 0 hassle. You have 60 days to see if this book is right for you. Although I'm sure you'll be thrilled. But don't take my word for it. Here's what others had to say. I thought my marathon running was over when I got plantar fasciitis, but then Dr. Herzog fixed me up in no time. Carol. Thankfully, people like Dr. Herzog help us to have additional helpful options for caring for ourselves. Medical doctors who prescribe pills are lifesavers, deserving our respect, but prevention and building up our health on our own is even better when possible. Dana T. from Maine, USA. I just received the digital version of your book. I've been reading it nonstop. I like the way it's organized and easy to read and understand. I appreciate your concern on health and survival and find it to be like mine. I'm looking forward to reading the book from cover to cover. Thank you for your experience, research, and recommendations. I'm already taking notes to begin our healthier lifestyle. Christine from North Carolina. Try it risk-free today. Click the button below to get started.